Hello, today we're going to have an English reading practice on the story of Bruce Lee. So in this lesson, you're going to read along with me so you can practice your pronunciation. We will also be learning key vocabularies in this story, and then we're going to have a short quiz at the end of this video. And now let's begin. Now read along with me. Let's start. In 1940, Li Hoichun, a famous Chinese opera singer, was touring the United States. On November 27, his son, Bruce Lee, was born in the Chinatown district of San Francisco. In 1941, the family returned to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, Bruce Lee became a child movie star. He appeared in about 20 films in Southeast Asia. Lee also enjoyed studying martial arts, but he started getting into trouble. He often got into street fights and joined a street gang. His parents decided to send him back to the United States to live with friends. In the US, Bruce Lee finished high school and enrolled in the University of Washington. He also opened his own very successful martial arts school. He began working on the TV series The Green Hornet. The program was very popular in the United States and even bigger hit in Hong Kong. Bruce Lee moved back to Hong Kong and starred in several movies, including The Chinese Connection, The Return of the Dragon, and Game of Death. On July 20, 1973, Bruce Lee died suddenly from a reaction to medicine he was taking for a headache. He was only 32 years old. He had one funeral in Hong Kong and another one in the United States. He is buried at Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle, Washington. All right, now let's learn some vocabularies from this story. Let's go back to the first page. Okay, first word, we have opera singer. An opera singer is a performer who trains in music and theater in order to perform opera. The next word, Chinatown. Chinatown is a place in a country outside of China. This place is usually found in cities. Here is a picture of Chinatown. Next page, we have the word movie star. A movie star is a famous person who acts in a movie. Next word is martial arts. Martial arts is a fighting sport that is very common in Asia. For example, Taekwondo, karate, arnis. Last page. Okay, so we have the word medicine. Medicine is something you take to cure an illness. So here is a picture of medicine. This picture is a pill. A pill. So there's many pill, plural form, pills. Pills. And we have other forms such as tablet, a capsule, and liquid in a liquid form. And there are others like injectables. where you inject the medicine to the person's muscles using a needle and syringe. All right, next word is headache. Headache is a pain you feel that comes from your head. Headache. Ache means pain. You can change that into a different body part depending on where it hurts. For example, we have stomachache, headache, toothache. All right, next is the word funeral. A funeral is a ceremony when people gather, and this is usually loved ones, friends, to bury the dead. Okay, this one is spelled as B-U-R-I-E-D. You read it as buried, but this is pronounced as buried. Buried. Okay, can you say it? Buried. All right, next word is, or the last word is cemetery. All right, cemetery is the pronunciation for American English, cemetery. In British English, this is pronounced as cemetery. Cemetery. All right, cemetery is a place where the where dead people are buried. All right, here's an example. I've placed a picture here. This is a cemetery or cemetery, and these are called tombstones. Tombstones. All right, in funerals, where it is a ceremony when people gather, so the dead is put inside what we call a coffin. Okay, so this is a coffin. And then they will be buried 6 feet under. They will dig a hole and they will bury the coffin inside. And then they will put a tombstone on top of it. All right. Next, we'll go to reading comprehension. All right, so you're going to answer the questions here on the screen. Okay, let's start. The first one, where was Bruce Lee born? He was born. Number 2, why did his parents send him back to the United States or USA or US? Number 3, where did Bruce Lee go to college? Number 4, how did Bruce Lee die? Number 5, where is Bruce Lee buried? Okay, take note of the pronunciation, buried. Okay, now let's check the answers. Okay, did you get them all correctly? Okay, so this is the end of the lesson. Yeah, thank you so much.